Hi friends, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, February 18, 2025. This is Addie from Addie's Cross and Quilts. This is season 2, episode 1.2. I hope you got to see part 1 of my WIP parade, and this will be part 2 of my WIP parade. Let's jump right in. So this is what I will be showing right now. This section will be what I call my other designers. The miscellaneous December, where I saw the picture and I got it, or yeah, that's basically it. This is how I have it listed. And you know, like with Soda Stitch Designs and with Shannon Christine and with Nora, I have a whole list. And maybe as I example, like Heartstring Samplers and Cottage Garden, as I start stitching more of them, I probably will separate them from this list and put them individually in their own category. But for now, they're here. So without further ado, let's start part 2 of my work parade. The first one I have is from Shaded Stitchery. It's called Black Butterfly Sampler. This is what it looks like. I had gotten this to participate in the Black Sampler November. There was a hashtag. I heard about this from Sunshine Stitchers, Sheila from Sunshine Stitchers, and they had a hashtag. The hashtag was SS Black Butterfly. I am stitching this in a 14 count opalescent Ada, hand dyed by me, and I am using black silk from Mo's Sale. And this is what it looks like right now. I think it's so pretty. So I am not a alphabets, sampler girl. With that being said, I am going to finish this because it's so pretty. There's something, I like butterflies to begin with, so yeah. So I started this on November 10th of 2024. My next one is Raven Stitch Craft. That's the designer. The name of the pattern is called Wood Witch. I had started this on this is what it looks like. I started this on a 14 count Ada, the color black, and I was using Mo's Silk. This was from the January Color Club. This is a January color, and this is what it looks like. I am still not sure if I'm going to continue stitching it with this color or if I am going to restart it using this 28 count Lugana hand dyed by me, because I did do this, I hand dyed this. So, or do this 28 count Lugana hand dyed by me using the Mo's Silk in black. And I am, as you can see, I already have it because I am 85-90% thinking about doing that. So we'll see about that. That's one thing with me. If I'm not happy with it, even if I'm 60% done, I could be 60% close. I could be, if I don't like it, I'll put it aside and start it over. Right? So the next one is from Happy Mood Point, called Dragon. This is what it looks like. I started this as part of the Year of the Dragon Sal hosted by Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher. It is being stitched on a 28 count opalescent Lugana from Under the Sea fabric called Shimmering Seas. And this is where I'm at. And of course I have strings because when I stop, I stop. I don't tuck in, I don't finish. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to sleep. And I just tuck in and I leave whatever's hanging. No shame to my game. No shame whatsoever. Yeah, that phrase shameless, I think it was invented by me. As you can tell, I combed my hair a little bit from the first one to this one because my husband looks at me, he goes, what happened to your hair? I'm like, I did comb it. He goes, well, it doesn't look like you combed it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to comb it. I brushed it. It looks brushed again. Let's see how long it stays looking brushed. The following one is called Rake Gnome. The designer is Cross Stitch Foxy. This is what it looks like. And it is being stitched on a 28 count Lugana, the color mushroom. And this is what I've done so far. He's so cute. Like I said in the last one, in the last video, if I just would sit down, I could finish a few of these. The following one is from Hello from Liz Matthews. It's called Always. It is a free pattern. You know what? Let me just flash it. As I said this, but I could flash it too. It's there. Oh, wait. There it is. It was a free pattern that I got. I don't know if it's still free, but yeah. I am stitching this on a 25 count Lugana. I don't even know. I had gotten this from Hobby Lobby, so I don't even know the name of this. And this is where I'm at. I know it's 25 count. It could be 32. I had gotten this and I started it in 2022. I think it was November or December of 2022. And the reason why I know it was November, December of 2022 was because that's when I had started back cross stitching. And that mustard yellow is part of the decor in my living room. And I said I wanted to do it for my, because it's, you know, we had just gotten the house and I wanted to put it for my decor in my living room. And that's the reason why I know it was then that I got it. The following one is from Crochet a Gogo. This is a freebie. This is what it looks like. Let me see. It was a freebie. I'm doing it like this because it's a freebie chart and I don't want to get in trouble. I am stitching this on a 14 count opalescent white Aida. And this is where I'm at. This one is, it says, it's called Caseta de Natalie. It's a free 2020 pattern. And yeah. The following one is from Cori Betacori. This is what it looks like. It's called Sunflower Farm. I am stitching this on an 18 count Rustico Aida called Oatmeal. And this is what it looks like. The next one is Little Dove. This is what it looks like. It's called All Hallows Eve. I started this on October 30th, 2024. Oh, the Casa de Natalie. I started it in December of 2023. It could have been December 2023. This one, the Little Dove All Hallows, I started it October 10th, 2024. And this is where it's at. It's being stitched on a 28 count Lugana, the color Springfield Sage, and I'm using that glow in the dark white for the ghost. So it's gonna be so cool. I forgot the color number, but yeah, it's so cool. I use the glow in the dark white for that instead of this called for, I use that. And I started this on October 30th, 2024. The next is this one. It's Christmas tree from Vitalia Mishuk. It's called Christmas Tree. And I started this on October 23rd, 2024 as part of Danielle's birthday. Danielle is one of my stitching crony friends that we stitch, and this is where I'm at. It's being stitched on a 14 count opalescent Aida, white Aida. And then for the bird, I am doing a blend of 987 and 943, which is a green and a like a teal blue and an emerald green. So it's got that bluey greeny peacocky look. That was my thought at the time. The next one I have is from Heartstring Samplers. Let me see. There we go. Hoop. There it is. I am stitching this on a 32 count Picture This Plus, the color Truffle. So I started this at first with Gloriana Silk. I got Gloriana Silk, the color Grape. I am not sure if I like it or not. I don't like the grape against the truffle. I don't know. There's something about it I don't like. So I went and I got this color Bordeaux. And I think I'm going to unstitch it and do it with the color Bordeaux. Let's see. Because the Bordeaux is more... You see, I even have... You know what's sad? Look. I have it threaded with the color Bordeaux to start, because I was going to flip it and start it on this side, and then I was going to frog as I stitched. And you see the needle here, and I haven't even started. I should be ashamed of myself, right? There's no shame to my game. So yeah, and here's the Gloriana and the weeks. Because here's the Gloriana that I put on a floss drop, and here's the weeks that I have prepared. Addie, sometimes you just, well, we'll get it. We'll get there eventually. Not today and definitely not tomorrow, but one of these days. I'm falling. The chair, this chair keeps on falling down. I don't know why. You pay so much money to have a good chair, and it still does stuff like this. The next one I have is from Cori Betancori. Happy anniversary. So the story behind this is I got this like 2 years ago, maybe, yeah, like roughly 2 years ago when I just started back. So I'll say 2023. I figured I'll do it as an anniversary gift. Yeah, you're gonna laugh at my. You're gonna laugh at my pittance start. Look at that. Look at that. There's a needle minder. That's all. That's the only thing I have started. I have it on a, I think it's a 32 count linen. Antique linen, I'm not even sure. So I had kitted it because I wasn't even going to use, see, I changed the colors because they were DMC, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be cute. I got sulkies. I'm gonna change the colors. I got a whole bunch of sulkies. Let me see, I got a whole bunch of sulkies because I was like, I'm gonna change it and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's going out the window. I'm gonna restart this. I'm going to try my best. I think I might use the silky. No, I think what I'm going to do is I have some Mose silks, and I think I'm definitely going to change this fabric because it's too transparent for me. Like, I can see through it and I don't like it. So I'm definitely going to be changing the fabric, but I'm also going to be changing the floss. I'm going to restart it. And my challenge is to try to get it completed, like completely completed by mid-April. My 25th wedding anniversary is May 5th. So I want to see if I can get it completed by mid-April so that I can frame it and give it to my husband as a 25th wedding anniversary gift. But you know what they say, right? The road to hell is paved with good intention. That is my intention. So let me see if I can make it, or if I'm gonna end up going to hell. Anyway, the next one is Chatelaine Water Garden. This is what it looks like. I started this as a Sal. It's part of, so the Facebook group Chatelaine Sal is hosted by Amy Kitschewitz and Amy Fiber Arts Amy. She also has Oak Tree Fiber. So they're hosting, and I am stitching this on a 28 Morocco black, whatever you call that black. And this is, I'm using the DMC. I'm not using the NPI silks, but I will be using the water lilies and the Krynic and the silken, there's another silky one, I forgot the name of it, but I'm not using, I like, so I had the NPI silks, and for me, this is my opinion, for me, the NPI silks against the black look more dull than the DMC against the black. So I gifted my friend, one of my stitchy friends who's also doing the Chatelaine. This chair and I are gonna fall out. I am so sorry. You guys are laughing at me with the damn chair, right? I gifted my friend this NPI silks. I was fortunate enough to win the specialty threads and the beads from the group. The group, someone was kind enough to say, hey, you know what? I have an extra kit of the water garden. I'll do it as a prize, you know. So I said sure, and I put my name, and I was thankful and blessed, I guess, to say I won it. And so I got the whole kit. And so I got the beads, I got the fabric, and I got the silks. So when I had already purchased the DMCs, because it didn't come with the DMC, it just came with the specialty threads, the beads, and the fabric. And when I compared the NPI to the DMC, I really didn't like it. I didn't like it. I just didn't like, it wasn't vibrant enough. So I blessed somebody else since I was blessed, right? Sharing is caring. Back to our scheduled program. The next one is Pine Mountain Beady Bowls. This was February. Where is it? This is what it looks like. I had finished this one. This is what this looks like. And this is where it's at. It's not completed, but this is where it's at. I started this in January of 2024, and I never finished this because unfortunately my husband lost his job and I was not going to be paying for the monthly subscription, so unfortunately I had to cancel. So that's that. So The following one is Cross-Eyed Cat. This is Believe. This is what it looks like. I got it as part of the 3 Stitches getaway project. So 3 Stitches for her 25th wedding anniversary, wedding. The 3 Stitches is part of her 25th getaway. So that was her 25th, which was last year, March. That St. Patty's weekend, just around that same St. Patty's area, maybe like the weekend before or something like that, or the weekend after. Anyway, it was in March. It was her 25th time doing that getaway, that weekend getaway. And she did the silver thing. So it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to go this year. So this is where I'm at. I have another Cross-Eyed Cat. I'm gonna go look for it. Oh, it's somewhere down here. The next one is Vivsters Quaker Tiles US flag. This is what it looks like. It is on a 16 count Ada, hand dyed by me. And whoops, this is what it's supposed to look like. Here we go. Cool, huh? And yeah. And I got my little, this was, see? These this is part of my stitching cronies. We all stitching this together. We started it along. We're stitching this together. And then my last one for this bunch is Cottage Garden sampling. How you call it? Cottage Garden samplings. Yes, it is Santa's house. This is what it looks like. Okay, Duke, we're almost done. This is what it's supposed to look like. Here we go. This is what it's supposed to look like. I am stitching this on a 28 count. Picture this plus the color sterling. Okay, Duke, give me 1 more minute. And this is where I'm at. And I'm going to put this away and come back with the next batch. So we're moving along to the designer It's So Emma. I've got It's So Emma from the Stitch Cardily Home. I'm stitching this on a 14 count whitewashed wood by Fabric Flair. This is where I'm at. I started this, I believe it was February of 2023. The next one is It's So Alma Laurie Holt. This is a restart. I started this on, I believe it was in 2023, January, February of 2023. And I did it on a 14 count ivory, Ada. I miscounted somewhere. I added somewhere. It's not lining up. Something is off. So I said, you know what? I'm going to stop it and I'm going to restart it. And I restarted it on an 18 count Rustico Ada. The color natural. And this is where I'm at. So for the 14 count, I was doing 2/1, and for the Rustico Ada, the 18 count, I'm doing 1/1, and I'm enjoying it. The following one is the Bee in My Bonnet by the Bee in My Bonnet stitch cards by Laurie Holt. This is what they look like. And I had done, I completed this one, and I completed that one, and I completed this one, and then I started this one, which is right here. So all I have left to do is the little apron. So one of these days I'll just sit down and work on it, and I might pull it out when I'm working on Tiny Thursdays and just finish it up and make it into a magnet for my refrigerator. The following one is this one. They are Primrose Cottage 12 monthly minis. It's a photocopy because I'm trying to, anyway. And I am, right now, I'm just stitching them all in one big thing, and then I'm trying to decide what to do after. So I have them all in one big piece. I completed July. And I think I'm going to, because I started it in July, so I completed July. And then I think I'm just going to shift over like an inch or two, maybe 2 inches. And then depending on what month I start, if I start in March, I will do March. Depending on what month I'm working on. Moving along, I have Primrose Cottage 4th of July rules. It is being stitched on a 28 count Lugana, the color mushroom. I started this on July 4th of 2024. And this is where I'm at. So. Next up, autumn rules. Some of these I think that I didn't have a color, so that's what made me stop, because some of them like they ask for certain colors, and I'm still building up my master set, so I think that's what happened. I'm still building up my master set. This chair and I are gonna having a love-hate relationship, and I think that's what's going on. I have it on a 28 count mushroom Lugana, and that's what I've done so far. I started this on September 14th. Following one is Beehive Rules. I call it Beehive Rules. It's actually Hive Rules. This is it right here. It's being stitched on a 32 count even weave called Berkshire Hive by Dove Stitch. I started this on September 18th. I still have some string attached to it because I was like, okay, I'm done. And I put it away. And this is what it's like. And I did some little modifications here and there. It's like, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, there's a sparkly right there. Like for the big B, I used Krynic. Let me try again. For the big B, I used some Krynic, and so that the wings could be, transparent, iridescent, I didn't want to do the tealy blue that they were using, so I used the Krynic. Next is Christmas Rules. It's being stitched on 28 count Lugana, the color of Springfield Sage. And I did some little add-ons or enhancements, or however you want to call it. So I used Krynic 198 and some Whisper Whites. And I changed some of the reds. I changed the red 3685 to 321 and the green 986 to 3345, just to give it more of a little more Christmas vibe instead of that darker. I wanted it more Christmas green and Christmas red. I used Whisper White and Krynic on the snowflakes so it can have that sparkle, and on the muff, how you call it, the muff for the Santa hat. So I think you can see it. I think it's cool. I like it. So that's that. The next one is a Long Dog sampler. This is what it looks like. It's called La Jardin de Placer. I started this on January 23rd, 2024 as part of the Long Dog sampler sale that started on January 1st of 2024. And I, of course, use my own colors, and I still am using my creativity flow. I have little beads because I'm thinking about putting beads, but I'm not sure. I use my own creative inspiration. I need to start taking out the needles, but you know what? Whatever. So these are the colors I'm using. Now we'll go from there. The next one is Rosewood Manor 1 Dozen Quaker. This was part of last year's Bake Me a Quaker sale from EJ's birthday, for a part of EJ's birthday of Sunshine Stitchers. It was Bake Me a Quaker sale, and I am using I'm using Cottage Garden. It is being stitched on a 28 count opalescent linen. Oh, I forgot to say that the Long Dog is being stitched on a 32 count opalescent linen. And this is how much I've done. We're almost done. So EJ was kind enough to divide it for us, you know, and she asked me if I followed that. I know if I had followed it, it would have been completed. But I still feel good because look how much I've done. This is the first Quaker I had ever done, and I fell in love with Quakers. And guess what? I'm going to continue doing Quakers because of it. So, yeah. So, and the colors, and I use these colors because they're rainbow, and they remind me of rainbow sprinkles on birthday cake and on donuts. So yeah. So this is a copy. The original is up there. This is Rosewood Manor Hearts and Flower. This is my first Rosewood Manor, and I got this as part of the Beth Moy's 68th birthday sale, hashtag Rosewood Manor birthday sale. I started this on December 7th, 2023. It's one color, which is the Weeks Dye Works. It's Weeks Dye Works God, what's this? It's such a pretty color. What's it? I know it by heart, but now I don't know it. Bethlehem. This is it. Bethlehem. It still has a needle. It literally has a needle. I'm telling you, I am that person. When I go, okay, I'm done, I don't even think about pulling out the needle and tucking in the thread. I just literally just fold it and put it away. And this is where it's at. I just need to literally finish the border. I think if I were to sit down and just give myself like 20 minutes or half an hour a day to just do, you know, this will be finished. This will be finished because I just need to finish that border. The following one, so this here is Black Cats and Flying Bats by Belinda Carls Macy, and that's part of the Blue Ribbon Designs. This was part of a Fiber Club, the Fiber Club 2023 that 3 Stitches in Springs, Texas does. She does a floss and fiber class throughout the, so you go once a month and she gives you the whole kit, and then you go once a month and she shows you how to use different flosses. And what she does is she basically takes the kit and she converts to different types of fibers so that you could be able to make, it's beautiful. And these are these are the fibers. So, you know, you have silks, you have, this is called Frosty Rays, you have Whisper, you know, you have all of these different types of, you have pearl cotton, you have all of these different kinds of so that you can be able to use different type of fibers to make these cute little pillows, which are beautiful. So I completed 2 of these because I don't know if I showed the pattern good, but you could do it either. I have it in here. I'm sorry. Let me take out at least the first top here. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't glare. It's the paper that glares, sorry. So these, you can do it like that, or you could do it like pillows. Of course, we're doing it pillows. So I completed this one and this one, and I started this one. So they are being stitched on 30 count portobello linen. I'm gonna put the 2 completed ones in the bottom. I should be ashamed. I'm telling you, I should be ashamed. I should be ashamed because of the needle. I was like, where are my needles? Where are my needles? My needles are in my projects. But the thing about it is then I'm always looking for a needle when I pull out the project, as you know, but this is. So these 2 are completed, and we use different things. I think, yeah, the crows is the Black Whisper. And I think the pumpkin silk. So yeah, I need to just sit down and focus into finishing them because I really did enjoy them. I am enjoying working on this. It's just, I have so many other, you know, when you have so many pretty of them, which one do you focus on, right? Oops, I forgot to put the pattern back in. So, and put that in. And then this last batch are my Lila Studios. So Lila Studios Holiday Quaker. This is what the holiday, I call it the Holiday Quaker. This is what it looks like. I started it on November 24th. When I started it, it's being stitched on a 32 count celestial, a 32 count linen by Picture This Plus called Celestial Feldspar. When I first started it, I did 100 and I started it here, which is this green right here. I started it here. And I was going, and then I realized I miscounted somewhere around here. You know, those skinny threads. Yeah, I when it's linen, if you're not paying attention and you don't have it stretched, and I didn't have it on a nerge or the frame. I was stitching by hand, and I missed one of those hair threads, and it just threw off the count. So then I put it on a nerge, and I started it over. I flipped the fabric because I figured out a frog. I flipped the fabric and I started there. The thing about the situation is, I think I'm going to start it back over. I think I'm going to get an 18 count, and I'm going to put it on an 18 count because I think I'm going to like the 18 count better, and I'll tell you why. I started autumn and summer on 18 count, and I kind of like it on 18 count. Yeah. The following one is Halloween Quaker. This is what it looks like. I have it started on a 28 count linen. Picture this plus hunted. I am keeping it this one, just this one, because I really like the color and I really like it. I wish I had realized that there was an 18 count haunted before I started it. I just might start it over because that's me. But for now, this is where we're at. This is where we're at, and I'm liking it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to this. Did we count how many needles we've left in our projects already? Can we see the needle? Some I am, you know, like I am using the classic for the Quaker in the corner. I might not use all of the called for fancy floss, but if I have it in stash, I will use it. If not, I'll just use the DMC. I forgot to unzip this. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying very hard to have everything unzipped. The following one is Autumn is Joyful. This is what it looks like. I am not going to use that middle verse. There's another one that she put up in her website. You can go look for it and see it. It's kind of cute, and this is being stitched on an 18 count. Where's the paper? What did I do with the paper? I just had it here. Holiday, vintage country mocha, and this is where it's at. Look at the little squirrels. And I am doing 1/1 on the vintage country mocha. And the following, the last, because I've got the 4 Quakers. So I've got holiday, Halloween, autumn, and summer. Summer is being stitched on 18 count Stormy Clouds. And this is how much I've done. And that, I almost forgot my Mill Hill bead, my Mill Hill Enchanted Pumpkin. I do this on Mondays for Mill Hill Mondays. And this is what it looks like. So that's that. I pulled everything out instead of just pulling out the little middle thing. And then I also have my little travel piece, which this is what it looks like. And this is what I've done. Can we see the needle? Can we see the needle? Am I even showing? Yeah, this is what I've done. So normally, like this piece I did when I was waiting for the car to be inspected. That's what I did. And then, sorry for the zipper. This one is part of the Put a Bird on It sale for EJ's birthday this year. I think it's hashtag Put a Bird on It is Modern Fork Embroidery. I am doing it with the Be Stitch Me Silks. This is part of my when I was part of the Silk of the Month Club. So EJ from Sunshine Stitchers is doing it, and this is what I've done. It's on a 32 count or 28 count. It's on a 32 count Lugana Country Mocha, and this is what I've done. And of course, you guys have seen this around. It's a hands-on design, a year in celebration. And I have done, sorry about the zipper. I did it fast so I didn't mess up your hair. I've done your ears. I've done a few months. I've got April. I worked on April. Let me do that. Where's the small little one? I had a small little one around here. There's a smaller one. It's, no, where's the small one go? I had a small one, but I don't know where it went. This is the right spot. Let me try this one and see if it works. So this is April. So I worked on April. I finished November. And I finished June. I finished March. I want to see if I can I can get it completely finished. I know I'm working on December. This is December. I'm working on December. And then this is May. This is July. And this is August. So I need to start September and October, but I'm going to be focusing on finishing and starting. So hopefully this is the end of part 2. And remember, not every day may be good, but there's always good in every day. Bye-bye.